I'm really surprising and wondering about your profession. How and why you came in this profession, and what is the difficulties you have faced? Because it's not easy when you started your career. So kindly share with me.
Well, I've always come from a creative background, and I've always struggled to find my particular, say, dent in the universe to carve out. I always wanted to find something, that could be mine, or that I could, pioneer in some way. And I've always come from a creative background. I was acting. I went to drama school. I went to film school. I did all these things, but a lot of the time it was basically people telling me what I ought to be doing. Yes, and I wasn't really finding, I wasn't really having a conversation with myself, about what I should be doing with my life. I was really relying on other people, to be told, to be directed. Okay, I was even quite successful. I won a few awards for directing plays. I worked with some pretty famous celebrities on some projects. They weren't glamorous. It was mainly me doing self-employed, freelance videography for certain promotional videos that might have included some interesting people. But again, I wasn't directing myself. I was relying on other people to tell me what to do for years, all up until the age of 30. Really, I really wasn't listening to my heart. And I think, I'll be honest with you, I think that comes from coming from a fatherless household. And I think a useful thing about fatherhood is when and being you could argue, and being a young boy, is the fact that there's more of, go out there and tackle the world, son, and try it out. And if it fails, come back and learn what you learned and try again. And I feel like there's more difficulty to have that kind of courage, I feel. And I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I think that was the main difficulty for me. But over time I was persistent, and I eventually found something that I enjoyed, which was writing. I've always enjoyed writing. I've always written stuff. And I started English teaching, let's just say 7 or 8 years ago, just because I just want to reconnect with myself, reconnect with people, try and help people. And I was doing that for, a few years. And then I really wanted to try and now find a niche for myself. And I've always been a fan of fighting, and I've always enjoyed watching people fight. So I had this crazy idea of actually being an English coach for MMA fighters, because I think I spoke to you before that MMA fighters have to present themselves to camera. They have to stir up emotions. They have to create drama. They have to create a narrative, of themselves and a brand. And to do this, they need to communicate effectively. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to be the English coach for mixed martial artists. And it sounds far-fetched, but, I got some conversations, with some mixed martial artists. I was there on Instagram, messaging them, doing the spiel, hey, but like I said, it didn't really work because they were either too poor, or they weren't, or they didn't know, that this was going to be useful to them. So eventually, I was teaching journalists English, but as I was doing that, because I felt I had some good understanding of journalism, and I got a few journalists who I would teach English to, but then I was getting more and more demand from copywriters, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. The word copywriter kept coming up every time I got a invitation on LinkedIn to connect with someone, okay? And I just kept digging and digging and digging. And then I started to learn about copywriting. And then I was like, damn, I should have been a copywriter. Damn, damn it, you know? But it's okay, because I feel like I can contribute to this whole international community in a way that, you know, is different. Yeah. And I feel like there's nothing more interesting to me than how we use language in order to create a certain effect or to direct people in a certain way. And the power of language to persuade or connect with people. Yes. And learning the English language within that is fascinating to me. And I spend my time really researching and looking into the mechanics of how native English speaking copywriters actually use our language to really create that sense of intrigue, and really, you know, just create very impactful sentences. Yeah. So what the question you asked was, why do I do it, or was that what you said?
Yeah.
So why I do it, I think it's more about why do I keep doing it, because I never set out to do this. Yeah, I never really set out to you know, do this particular job. It kind of came to me in a weird way, but I keep doing it because I love creatives. I love the people, yeah, that I get to spend time working with. I like to see them develop, and I like to see them kind of grow on the international stage. And these people are really talented people, and in their own language, they're so powerful. And there's something exciting about saying, well, this is how you do what you do, but with this language, and then teaching them the things. And it's that process, yeah, the very personal kind of coaching process that I really love to do, and it's what makes me excited when I wake up each day. And these people do very exciting things. Yeah, they write scripts, yeah, where there's dialogue. Yeah, they write really cool headlines, and it's just fun. Yeah, and obviously a lot of my clients have been South Americans who have just landed in Europe or the US, and they get these jobs because they're so talented. Yeah, they win awards because they're so creative. They come up with these amazing ideas, and them and their art director get this job in New York, Kansas, LA, Amsterdam, London, and they arrive there, and the copywriter says, I can't write in English in the way that everyone else is. They're like, Jesus Christ. I don't blame them. So the thing is, it's really about helping them get their craftsmanship up to the level of their creativity. Yeah, they've got these pillars that hold up their careers, and you've got their creativity, and you've got their actual craftsmanship, and I have to help hold up that craftsmanship, I don't know, pillar, whatever you want to call it. And that's fun. These people are fun. Yeah. And a lot of the time people say, oh, you know, I want to get into being a copywriter, you know, but I'm going to go to ad school first. I'm like, no, don't do that. Learn English first. Okay. Because that's the thing that will set the foundation for your career. So why do I do it? I do it because I love creatives. I am creative. I love language. I love copywriting. I love ideas. Yeah. And I love creating, working on a project. Yeah. Like a project, like a product, and consistently updating it and getting feedback from it, and producing something, that process. Yeah, I've fallen in love with the process of creating my English programs, and I will never stop creating them because I love that process. And I think if there's any sign that you should be doing what you're doing. It's because you love the process of doing it. Yeah. I spoke to you earlier about, you know, the mullet. Yeah. Why do I have this mullet? I don't know. I just like mullets, and I like to turn my hair into a process. Yeah. A project that I can continually update and refine. And that's really important. And if no one, you know, and yeah, so I think that's generally speaking why I do what I do, and how I got started. I hope that answers the question. So
You are so much passionate and love to help your client and the people. So you feel very inner happiness in your heart. I thought.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of them are quite you know, I've had people come to me where the work, you know, pays for it, for my help, and these people, and some of these copywriters go, "Oh, I don't want to have help. I don't want to learn English," but I like that transition to see them get interested and intrigued by the language and actually want to become better. And it's those moments that you know mean a lot to me. And yeah, I mean, and by this point I've worked with lots of different copywriters, you know, French, Danish, Swedish, Dutch, Brazilian, Russian, Italian, you know, German, Swiss, and they're all so different, and they're all in different parts of the world, and that's fun too. Yeah. Yes, I'll admit that I do miss going into an office each day and, you know, having people around me, that camaraderie. But I feel lucky to speak so consistently with so many different creative people all around the world. Yeah, I think that's good for the soul too. And the fact they're all so different, but we have this trade, yeah, this profession of copywriting that and creativity that kind of binds us all together. That's a nice feeling. That's a good reminder, and that's a good life affirmation. Yeah. So
And what is your hobbies?
my hobbies are I like to hike a lot. I think that for me is again it's turning a hill or a mountain into some kind of task. Yeah. Want to get from this point to the end point, but also enjoying the process. Yeah. Looking out at the view and getting the air, and it's that meditative change of pace that where you can reflect on things. Yeah, so hiking I use for reflection, and to kind of ground myself back in reality. Yeah, it's so easy to kind of get stuck behind a computer.
So you like challenge?
Yeah. And it takes me out of my, like, you know, box world where I'm constantly working. I do a bit of jiu-jitsu, and I also lift weights. I don't know. I need to do that. I need to go to the gym a lot. If I don't go to the gym, I feel like I haven't showered. Yeah. So that's important to me. So yeah, and I also play piano. That's my instrument. So
And any interesting story from your past, any tough time, any turning point, like you thought that time, oh my God, now I give up. And then automatically you jump back your process in your life. So
yeah, thanks. Yeah, I really do think that, you know, like life will throw you lots of obstacles, and there'll be some people who will try and convince you not to do particular things, but really the only person who you can rely on to make the decisions about, you know, your career is really you. You have to kind of listen to yourself. I spent most of my 20s just, you know, being directionless in some sense. I mean, I was doing cool things. So I was doing, you know, I was working, I was doing stuff, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And I always came back to the same question, you know, is this what I really want to be doing? But it just goes to show that, like, that there are things that you can create for yourself. Yeah, there are lots of interesting markets and things where you can find your niche and create a whole, what would you say? You can create like an ecosystem for yourself, like something new that really fits what you know, your passions and beliefs. Yeah, and I think that's why finding a niche is really good, because it helps you to really really contribute something that you feel, you know, particularly specialized in. But yeah, I mean, I would recommend, and I hope this is encouragement that, you know, you don't have to figure everything out, yeah, so early. You know, it's useful. You know, I feel like I needed that process to appreciate what I do today and to be good at what I do today. I really do think that. So if you're thinking like, oh, you know, like, I don't know what I'm doing, this is hard. In some sense, these difficult times actually, those difficult times will actually contribute to your future successes. And maybe that's a bit of a cliche to say that, you know, I'm not the perfect example of, you know, someone giving advice of these things, but I do think it's true. I do think that's true. So yeah.
So thank you so much, Nick. Thank you for your time. It's very lovely discussion with you.
Yeah, good, man. No, yeah, it was a good opportunity to talk, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I really like your posts and your content and your particular tone and your style. I really enjoy how you present yourself, and I really think that this is a great time to be, you know, on LinkedIn and being a content creator. And yeah, I look forward to, you know, consuming more of your content as well. So
it's my pleasure. Thank you so much once again.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?